Hey guys, it's this is gonna be a bit of a off the cuff dev talks, I guess. I'm making this right after that dev talks I just made, well, day after really. Mostly because it's just because now they're just kind of going to become spontaneous when I make these things. However, uploading them, I'll probably try getting them uploaded consistently, at least like every other day, hopefully, if I can make one. Try to separate the days. However, or maybe just upload them daily. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so I watched this video from TotalBiscuit, and I never heard of this game Invisigun. Maybe I have. I don't know. It sounded familiar, so I looked it up. And I was watching this video. I was like, "Oh, what's the problem?" It's like, is this game just not getting? It's not unfair coverage. After watching this video, I decided also while watching this video, look at the comments here on Total Biscuits Reddit subreddit, and I've just got to say that this is unsurprising to me. This is a big issue with indie developers, but I'm not defending the guys who made this game. I will give these guys credit. This game, I'll look it up. I have Rocket League open here because this game, it's very well made. Definitely. Visually looks beautiful. Gameplay wise looks pretty solid. But here's a big issue. A big issue. Like, bigly. This is huge. And this is what I see with a lot of indie devs do. And they fail to realize this issue. You're pricing a multiplayer. I mean, I understand single player, but this is something you really want to play with your friends for $15. But you have to play, best ways play with 4 friends. I have 4 friends I can, typically play with games in Overwatch or Rocket League or whatever we want. But most times it's usually 3. The 3 of us being the Technomancy Studios group, and then, occasionally we have a friend or 2 that comes and joins us in the game. But, when it comes to playing Rocket League or Overwatch, we always have the 3 and sometimes 4 people able to join. Now, the problem is, you make a game that's basically, it's like, yeah, this is a game you probably want to play with people. And this is a very simple, I say simple, like, because it's just kind of a basic premise of, okay, you're invisible, walk around, shoot, you gotta find. It's practically ripping off my game, Shot in Dark. I'm just kidding, no, don't take that seriously. Don't even look at Shot in Dark. This is actually a much better game and better, like, executed game of being invisible and shooting people. And I think one of the biggest issues is that you have it at $15. I look at something like, this is not worth $15 to me, and not to a lot of people. And it's obviously true because here, on these comments, I read all these comments, none of these are really that bad. However, it seems like the people who work with TotalBiscuit think this has, devolved into very shallow, unconstructive comments. And I could probably make a whole nother video talking about how lately TotalBiscuit has been. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to bother. Okay? I think it's already kind of been talked about enough. Because to be honest, this is kind of just unconstructive comments. These people are literally saying what, they're saying what the problem is. It's not about the visuals, it's not about the marketing, it's not about anything. It's about just the game itself. Nobody's gonna, I'm not gonna shove $15 to this game because TotalBiscuit is telling me, because no matter how many views, if I made a game that was just a multiplayer only, something that is fun to watch, but it's only fun with friends, like it's really mostly just fun with friends, that's not the kind of game I wouldn't want to pay $15 for it. $5 is a good price, I think. They would have gotten way more sales of $5. Like, that's just not even asking for too much. Like, I bought Comedy Night, that's about like $5. It was on sale, obviously, for a little bit less, but still. Comedy Night, I bought 3 copies. 1 for myself and 2 for my friends. And we had a blast playing because it's just kind of fun. Now, would I go back and play it again? Maybe. It was kind of stupid, but it's kind of like a gimmick kind of thing. But $5 isn't too much. If you made $5, if you put this for $5, right, you can do a $15 pack for 4 games. That's what I would have done. That's what we as Technomancy Studios would have done. That would have been a great fucking deal. But no. All these comments here, all these reviews are very positive, and it shows because this game, it deserves it. It deserves these really positive reviews. But it does not deserve to be at the price of $15. I don't care how you have to justify it. I don't care how long it's taken. If it takes me 2 years to make a game, I might still say it's still worth $5 to me. It would have to be super good. It would have to be actually pretty replayable for me to consider this $15. Now, I'll go to the example of Rocket League. Now, Rocket League is not an indie title per se. I kind of say it's kind of a bit in the middle ground where it's like AAA-ish, but these guys are pretty well. They're not. They've only made like the only game I can really think is their rocket-powered battle cards thing, which was like one of their first implementations of or things of Rocket League. But Rocket League's more of a refined experience of that game. And there's here's the thing: Rocket League doesn't have multiplayer, or what am I saying? It doesn't have single player. It has multiplayer only. You could do training, that's by yourself. You can just jump into a game and play with random people. There's not like a lot of need for although communication is very important, it's like always good to play with your friends. This is a game that's still fun even without friends. If you're just like by yourself for a bit, like, yeah, just want to play some Rocket League, shoot the shit with some other people. Just kind of just knock around, hit some balls into the goal, have some fun. Because it's fun, it's visually appealing, and it's very well made. It's very well polished, and there's constant updates, and it's already, it can go. Anybody can really play this game. It's really easy to play, hard to master though, but it's fun. So you can reach a broader audience. Invisigun, however, can't really reach a broader audience because it's not a kind of game that everybody would like to play. It's a party game in a sense. It's kind of like a Mario Party, and for pricing at $15 is already too much. Like, why pay $15 for that when I just pay $20 for Rocket League? It's a much better. I can play it. Majority of my friends have it already. My friends and all my friends usually enjoy this game. It's fun. Not saying Invisigun is bad, or that it isn't fun, but it's just that this is a very. It's like with the people that Invisigun's trying to get playing, it's super streamlined. This is the kind of game that is fun to it's really fun to watch, especially that's why streamers. That's what TotalBiscuits talking about. I got streamer friends are playing it, people are playing and everything. So yeah, those are the people who are really going to be playing it. The streamers might give it so much coverage, but people would just rather watch because it's just fun to watch. Maybe Rocket League's fun to watch, but it's also really fun to play. Personally, I prefer playing it than watching it, because sometimes I'm like, wow, this guy could have hit the ball or something, and I could have done better. So, but obviously, when I play, I'm not really that good, but it's still fun in the end. It's very fun, competitive. It's once the game's over, get back into another. It's not that complicated. You have a car, you drive it around, you hit the ball, you have to block the ball from getting your goal. It's very simple. In Invisigun, you have to figure out where the other opponent is. You got to figure out using kind of like the tactics in the map, which is very, I would say it's a genius way of doing it, because that's how I would go about making certain elements on the map, like you can see the footprints, or you might see like little shuffle marks or something, I don't know, like little dust flying around in the feet, and that's where your character, someone's character is. If someone's pushing something, shoot them there. However, it's like people are going to look at it and be like, yeah, doesn't really look worth it. It's not really worth it. And I mean, like I said, Rocket League, it may not be that fair to compare Invisigun to Rocket League, but I think what I'm trying to get here is, don't price this game at $15. Yeah, you have a free demo that's pretty much like a Mario Party guest thing, where, you know, ooh, you could just play with someone else who owns it. So one guy pays $15 and everybody else gets it for free. But what if someone wants to play single player? What if someone really wants to own it because they're like, hey, I actually, you know, I want to play this. Well, chucking out $15 for this game is, I don't know. Something like Rocket League's already got an esports. It's very well known. That's also another problem too. I'd say with my argument, it's very well known. But if this was priced at $5, I think I'm 100% sure more people would buy it. This would be probably like, this would probably be 100, over 100 reviews, probably twice as many reviews. If it was, because guess what? If I wanted to buy a 4-pack, if you guys had a 4-pack option for $15, that would have sold better. I would be like, yep. But that's like, I don't know. I see this as common sense pricing, and I see this like a lot of indie games. Whenever I look at them on the Steam store page, I usually see, okay, let me see the price and let me see how much they've sold. Now that is not a very good way, I think, to really get a pinpoint accurate result, because it also depends on the game. So, for example, this game here just released probably today. No, yesterday. 14 reviews. I usually say that's like a few. That's a pretty few sales. Usually the sales is more than 14, though. You know, that's something you should also take into account. Don't ever trust reviews as a like that's how many people bought it, obviously. But I can't say for sure. I have to do like actually math on that to see how much. Like, what's the average percentage of people who buy the game and then comment? I'll try the suits first to see what's the average, and then go about doing that. So, let's see. I guess it's not really. Let's see. $10, Distress, Indie. That's got some pretty good reviews. I'm not sure about anything about this history of this, but if it's like some kind of, pretty sure it's just single player, right? Yeah, it's single player. It's something anybody can play. Like, everybody can play by themselves, solo it, and enjoy it for $10. Yeah, $12 full price. Pretty mixed reviews, I would say, but 80%, yeah, it's still very positive, but could reach mixed if, you know. But what I just reading these things, like, people just seem to just be like, it's a great party game, and that's about it. Party game. Party games aren't something you want to be throwing out $15 for. And like, yeah, you throw $15, right? And now you have one person who owns the game, and then if that person's like, all right, let me get 3 of my friends to join. Here's like, you know, the demo. You guys can join me in the demo. And now that's 4 people who owned, 3 people who own an incomplete version of the game. 1 person owns the whole game. And for $15, that would cover that group of 4. And I'll say that was with all the other groups of 4. Now imagine they didn't bother making a 4-pack on Steam. Imagine they instead said $5 and maybe a demo, or maybe not a demo. $5, $4.99. You just made $20 off of 4 people together, bought it together, and people are like, well, this is a really fun game. I would totally tell other people to buy it too. And so, you know, it's just, but it's also the problem with this game too is also just its appeal. Like this guy saying here, it's very specific appeal. It's like pinpoint at one group of people, a small group of people, and it's like, it's kind of the reason why like AAA games are usually bland and a bit generic. It's just because they've done their testing. They know they want to get as much people as they want. I think with indie devs, they should do the same thing too. At least with the first games you're gonna make. I'm not sure how many games these people have made. Let me go back. Can I go back? How far? I'm not sure how many games these guys have made before. If they made any. It just seems like they only made Invisigun, but I would assume they've made something else. Or at least some of them on the team have made something else. If not, I can see why they don't know what they're doing. Now, pricing, from doing a bit of research, pricing is always the first thing people look at. If they see $15, if I see $15 in an indie game, I'm like, this has to be worth it, right? Undertale was like $10, but I think I got it on sale for like $7. I would say, yeah, it's totally worth the $10. You know, playing it, like, it's definitely a replayable game, single player. I can play it like again if I wanted to. Like, I replayed it once. I could play it probably a few more times. Obviously, because you can go through different paths. Not necessarily replayability is also a major factor in purchasing a game, but because, for example, it's like if I played a linear game, something like BioShock, for example, I would still replay it because it was just fun to play. Not necessarily that because, you know, I can just change up things like, you know, oh, what kind of setup would I do? What kind of plasmid, whatever it was fucking, I don't remember the name. It's been a while. Plasmids, I think? Yeah, it was plasmids. What kind of plasmids would I use this time, and how would I go about using them? It's all about that. But this game, if the coverage didn't help, you can't be... I don't know. TotalBiscuits, you have to not... If you know, you gotta just stop. Honestly, just stop. Because chilling this hard for a game like this is not even worth it. If you made a video about it, if you got all this coverage, and if you're telling people, oh, you could buy it off of their dumb website thing, which I don't think anybody ever buys unless you're really a hardcore TotalBiscuit fan, which I gotta say, I love TotalBiscuit stuff, but not what he's been doing, especially on social media. But like I said, that's all another story, and people have covered on that. But anyway, but yeah, like everybody here's like, we're not interested. We are just straight up not. It's not. It's, you know, this guy here's like, I didn't want to buy it. It was just another pixel party game. Since he already bought Duck Game, which, how much was Duck Game? Like $10 or something? No, it's $12.99, $13. What a weird price. Actually, this is actually now actually I'm talking about this pricing thing. Nidhogg. I got Nidhogg for 99 cents. I would have not bothered paying $10 for this game. This is not a 2-pack. That's not even a good deal. I paid 99 cents for this game. This is how much it's worth. 99 cents. 99 cents, $2, maybe at most $5, but 99 cents is definitely a great price for this game. If I saw this game 99 cents, and I only played it like a few times, and that was about it. It's very nice. It's, you know, it looks very nice, very clean. Well, a bit noisy, but that's kind of like the noise, the pixel noise I kind of like about that. But very simple, flat colors. That's, you know, the characters contrast from the background, and it's pretty well made. I just don't ever see this being this price. I can't ever see it. Nidhogg 2 is $15, and it's about the same game that, I mean, it looks visually impressive too, like, you know, very nice style. It's got, some people hate the style. I don't like it personally. Like, the characters look a bit weird, I mean, compared to this. But the whole Nidhogg games were weird already, you know, so with the worms, like, I don't know. And it's, you know, it's $15. I'm not cranking out $15 for the sequel. You know, let's see, Nidhogg 2. It's only gotten like 100, and that's kind of for a game that's pretty well known. This one just, I guess, couldn't sell. I mean, it probably sold pretty well. I mean, this guy sold it for $15, so he probably made quite a bit of money. Or if it's multiple guys working on this game. Um, so yeah, um, these people here just literally like this guy here got this huge, huge fucking essay here about yeah, this guy makes a good point. Viewership does not equate to the interest and participation. I may enjoy watching someone play some game, right? I don't know. If I watch Donkey play a game, and it's in his videos just so every video he makes like hilarious. I love all of his videos. But let's say, oh man, because of that video, I'm gonna buy this game. Buy the game. Try having some fun. Don't have the same experience he does, and then my fun is not as my fun just doesn't seem that fun. So maybe that's not a really good way of putting it, but it might be fun to watch. But people may not be like, yeah, it's worth it. Dropping a $15 on, drop a deuce on a game like that. It's like if you're a streamer, that's the kind of game you want to play. And Broforce is pretty good, but even single player Broforce is extremely fun. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's also saying it's too much for this game, convincing people to buy the game too. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, from what TotalBiscuits, you play, you can get the demo, but it's like, what if this person wants to play by themselves? They had to, chunk out $15. I just hate having to see this with indie games. Look, for Suits is 99 cents. It's probably worth less, to be honest. Well, I don't know. 99 cents, whatever. 4 hours of gameplay at most. That's how much I get out of it. Well, I got like 2 hours because I already know how it goes, so I just get through everything. But most people get like 3, 4 hours on it. I think like I had like a retarded amount of hours. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? How did you... I'm not even gonna ask. But GAM 19, $4.99. Suits 2, $4.99. Why? Because we're putting more effort into these games. I have to make everything. I gotta program everything. It's not easy. It's already been 9 months. When Zoopocalypse was announced, before we canceled it, that was also going to be $4.99. Because we're like, well, maybe it could be $9.99. But in the end, we're like, it's worthless. We're not going to work on it. So, yeah, TotalBiscuit, you've always told us the game should be merit on its own without the help of playing with friends. I could play games with any kind of friends and have enormous amounts of fun. So, a lot of people have actually been saying this game's not fun without friends. It's like, is it fun without friends? Nope. It's not. And, another problem is, if you want to play with random people, guess what? You have that $15 price. And it's not gonna help at all. Because guess what? I don't think the guest pass can really be like, oh, let me just search for a game. Because otherwise, what's the point of buying the game if you could just make your own? No, you can't. Guests have to play with their friends, I assume. I have to look at it again. But from what it seems like from TotalBiscuit was saying, pretty much get your friends and you play it with them. Okay. But what if your friends aren't available and you want to play this game pretty bad? You just fell in love with it. You're number one fan. Well, good luck finding someone to play with. If this doesn't have that many people playing. And let me see, do they actually describe? No? Probably don't. I think multiple modes that probably only people are gonna play like one, which is probably survival. So another problem with some games when they have multiple modes. Most people don't even play them all. Just saying. Most people are gonna stick with one. It's just like Titanfall. Have so many modes, but only you ever played one. Never played anything else, I think. Yeah, let's see. Everybody here is just... These comments aren't like Let's see, maybe if I go super low. This game is too niche to sell well. It reminds me of Screen Cheat. Yeah. Pretty niche. Shot in the dark. Extremely niche. My game, Shot in the dark. Who wants to play a shooter in the dark? Other than it being also not well executed. Like, I don't know, this game, yeah, this game just looks boring. Maybe to me. To me, it doesn't look too fun. Maybe it would be fun. For a bit. It's kind of like Comedy Night. It's kind of a gimmick. Play for a bit, never play it again. But you didn't have to, you know, drop a large, you know, $15 on it. And some people may be like, well, $15 isn't too much. I'm like, you know, I used to say that. And once I started making money, I realized, yeah, kind of is. Especially if I want to spend on other things. Like, I usually kind of base things off of value. Okay? I waste my money on a lot of Gundam kits, okay? But usually try going on, like, finding good, well-priced ones for any. I usually get my value out of them. They're well made. They look great. Video games, you can work so hard on a video. You can work like 3 years on a video game, put it out $15 and it'll still probably fail. That's when I'm like, well, if I've never made a game before, probably just sell it for $5. Suits was our real game, I guess. I wouldn't consider Shot in Dark. We put Shot in Dark for $10, only sold 600 copies. Around 600, I think. Can't remember. I think we probably got refunds or something. Totally, it was, like, yeah, maybe we should have charged $10. Then we made it free to play. It wasn't worth them. It wasn't even worth paying 99 cents. Suits, we're like, yep, worth 99 cents. 99 cents, 99 enemies. Yeah, there's 99 enemies. That's why we made it 99 cents. 1 cent per enemy in the game. It's... To TotalBiscuit, this may be worth $15. But to the majority of people, it doesn't seem like it's worth $15. Watch the video for yourself. Watch the video for yourself. And then read these comments too, if you want to go through all that. This is unacceptable. This is going fine, but not 1 sentence hot takes. These aren't 1 sentence hot takes. Maybe this guy. Oh, wait, no, it's 2 sentence. Never mind. Ooh. I don't know. This guy. It's a hot take, okay? This is a real hot take. This is very controversial and shallow. Have you considered the fact the game is just not fun to play for most? TotalBiscuit. What did these guys... I don't know what these guys done. I don't know anything about the background of the developers and how they're connected to TotalBiscuit. And why he's just shilling for these guys. Maybe he just really liked the game. He's like, I need to shill. I might find that a little bit problematic, but you know what? He's free to do whatever he wants. I can't sell it. Hey, you know what? If I had friended a popular YouTuber, I would totally wanted them to talk about my game. However, I wouldn't like it if they were like, you know, if we kind of became buddy and they were really talking like my game, making multiple videos on it, making now an extra video and actually doing all kinds of things for my game. Because I feel like now you're just kind of being a shill. And that's going to make me look kind of bad because it's like, oh, well, you're promoting my game, which is, it's okay to promote, but I still want to have be critical about it, you know? May not be like, why is this game not selling well? Be more like, well, it doesn't seem to be selling well, maybe because of these factors. Maybe make another video on this and replying to these people who are, and probably taking the fact that most of these people don't want to play it. These aren't one sentence takes. A lot of these aren't. They should put it on the Switch. That's a good idea. But maybe they might not have enough money to, because licensing for consoles is expensive. Maybe the Switch, I don't know if Nintendo's done some changes or anything, but I don't know. I think like, I don't know. This is also, reading these, it makes me wonder how we're gonna sell Gamma 19 to people. It's an RPG. It's it's not like a super complicated RPG or anything. It's very simple. The story's there. I mean, look at Undertale. How did it sell? Maybe because Toby Fox is already kind of known in the Homestuck community. You already know how big that is. You already have them like practically on board. But then again, you got a bunch of normal people just playing it, never heard of Homestuck, or probably might have heard of it, and they just enjoy it because of maybe the direction, the directing, and the characters of the game, the story. And for what, $10 for a single player game that you could replay like twice, 3 times maybe at most, as much as you want. But there's like there's like a few different like endings and variations with the game. I'm not sure about that. I only did pacifist run through because I would feel bad killing everybody. Yeah. Maybe it's just because it's single player. Maybe it's because of the fact that it's a simple game. It's not super pricey and doesn't require, and it's fun just to play by itself. I don't know. I don't have enough data for that. But seeming like Lawbreakers. Yeah, oversaturated market already. Lawbreakers. There's already enough competitive-ish the shooting arena games now, and most people are playing Overwatch, and nobody wants to bother putting another $30 on Lawbreakers. I would like to play Lawbreakers, but I wouldn't like to pay the $30 for Lawbreakers. Especially with the microtransactions and all that stuff. When you're adding that shit in, I think you better have a good price on your game. But, oversaturated market. Too late to cash in on that. Yeah, this has kind of been a bit of a off the cuff. I think most of my videos are off the cuff. I don't know. I talk too much. Thank you for watching.